A mandatory unemployment insurance scheme has been introduced in the United Arab Emirates to provide financial support to employees when they lose their jobs. Due to this, a lot of people are asking me questions related to this unemployment insurance. Most people are asking me, Dennis, how does this insurance work? Who is eligible for this insurance? Where to subscribe, and even the cost involved in that. So, guys, today I'm going to interview one man to educate us about this new unemployment insurance scheme which has been introduced into the system.
Guys, today we're going to discuss about the UAE unemployment insurance scheme and what you need to do if you qualify to apply for it, and what are the terms and conditions in the insurance scheme. So keep watching the Wise TV. Subscribe if you have not subscribed. Yes, guys, so welcome back once again to the Wise TV. As I told you earlier on, I have with me, I'll not mention his name, I'll just give him the platform to mention his name and the firm he is in, and basically he will tell us more about his firm. So if you're watching us and you want to also communicate with him regarding any law related issue, you can also communicate with him and he will help you. But welcome to the Wise TV.
Hello. My name is Ahmed Ode. I'm a second generation lawyer in the UAE and been in practice for about 17 years.
Wow.
So here to talk about unemployment insurance.
Wow, that is amazing. Practicing the law in United Arab Emirates for 17 good years.
Correct.
Wow, that is amazing. Welcome back once again to the Wise TV. I'll be very glad if you can give us more details about your law firm. As you said, you have practiced in law here for 17 years, because my viewers watching me may be interested in the things that you do, so that maybe if they have any law issues or any cases, they can call you and come to your office.
Yeah, so we're a 37-year-old firm. We've been around since 1985. My father is the one that set up the firm back then, and then he retired in 2014, and me and my brother took over since then. We're about 90 people, and the main focus of what we do is that we file disputes in the courts. So we file disputes all over the courts of the UAE: commercial, rental, labor, criminal, divorce, you name it. So we're all over the courts in that sense. That's the bread and butter of what we provide.
So anybody having that case related to this, the person can reach out to you and you help the person.
Exactly.
Wow, that is amazing. Okay, so keep watching. By the end of this video, you get his contact details, his address, where you can locate him, so you can communicate with him if you have any legal issues, and trust me, he's going to help you out. Coming back to you, Mr. Ahmed, there's been this news going on regarding UAE unemployment scheme, and I think today is an opportunity for me to ask you these questions related to that, for you to educate my viewers about this. What is all about this unemployment scheme?
So unemployment insurance is actually a law that has been enacted in the UAE starting January 2023. It's a mandatory insurance scheme for any employee that's working in the private sector or the public sector in the UAE, with the exception of people that are working in free zones, domestic workers, people under the age of 18, or if you're a housewife for that matter, right? So if you're on a husband visa, it doesn't apply to you. But aside from that, if you are working for a private company or a public in the public sector, you need to subscribe to unemployment insurance.
Wow.
Yeah.
You need to subscribe, so it's a mandatory thing that you need to.
Absolutely.
Wow. And somebody will ask, you need to subscribe. How are you going to subscribe? And are they going to charge you some money for the subscription?
Yes, so the subscription fees are 5 dirhams per month if your basic salary is 16,000 or less, and 10 dirhams per month if your basic salary is 16,000 dirhams or more.
Wow. 5 dirhams if your salary is less than 16,000.
Yeah, 16,000 or less. Now, there are many ways in which you can subscribe to it, but the most popular option is through a website which we're going to link in the description of the video. Wow. But that website is linked to an insurance company in which you just sign up using a credit card. But there are multiple other options. Typically, Dur Etisalat can allow you to subscribe to it through them as well. You could do it through a kiosk. So even an exchange can allow that to happen. So there are multiple ways in which you can do it, even by cash.
Wow. Is it going to be deducted from your salary, or I personally need to go and pay for that 5 dirham a month?
Yes, very good question. It is the employee's obligation to pay for the unemployment insurance. Do not expect the employer to pay it on your behalf. If the employer agrees to pay it on your behalf, then that's great. But the obligation is mandatory on the employee himself. And it doesn't matter, and it doesn't take into account whether you have any loans or not, or whether you are in a very serious financial situation or not. You have to pay it. If you do not pay it by June of 2023, then you are subject to a 400 dirham fine.
400 dirham fine?
Yes.
Wow. Then I need to register more.
Very serious.
So, coming back to this, paying 5 dirham a month, what are the benefits I'm going to get after paying this, subscribing to this insurance?
Okay, so the way the insurance works is that you first have to subscribe for a minimum of 12 months in order to avail whatever benefits it has to offer, right? And the idea behind this is that if you get terminated from your job, but not through disciplinary termination, okay? So if it's termination, let's say for example redundancy, then you are entitled to 60% of your basic salary as remuneration for unemployment for the next 3 months. All right, so if your basic salary is 10,000 dirhams, then you take 60% of that, and that will be paid to you whether you are, after you get terminated from your job. If you're staying home and you're not able to find a job, you can take 60% of your salary for the next 3 months.
Wow.
All right.
So if I subscribe, that would be my benefit.
That would be your benefit, yes. But 12 months have to lapse. So if you subscribe today and you get terminated within the first 12 months, that means that you won't be able to avail the insurance. You have to wait until the 12 months lapse and then avail it. But be mindful of the fact that if you resign from your job, that means that the insurance will not apply to you because you willingly left the job on your own accord.
Wow.
You will not be eligible in the event that you get terminated because of bad conduct or disciplinary reasons. If you get terminated because of lack of performance, for example, then you'll be eligible for it, right? But bad conduct is inexcusable in order to avail the insurance, right?
Oh.
So you can go around breaching company policies, disclosing company secrets, maybe even swearing at people, assaulting people, all that stuff. That would fall outside of the insurance policy.
Wow, that is amazing. So if you're watching me out there and you think that you are subscribing to this insurance, so you're going to demonstrate any character at your workplace, please be mindful of your actions and the things that you do, because the insurance will not cover for it if you are terminated due to your, indisciplinary actions or something bad you did to your company. Mr. Ahmed, coming back to you, we have a lot of people in United Arab Emirates in the blue collar jobs who are earning even less than 1,000 dirham. So thinking the person earning something less than 1,000 dirham going to pay for an insurance, is it a good call? Is it good for them to pay for it?
Because the law doesn't take into consideration what your salary or your financial situation is at the time of the subscription. Yes, it's 5 dirhams per month if your basic salary is less than 16,000, but they don't say, let's say, the law doesn't specify if your salary is less than 1,000 dirhams and you don't have to pay for it. Everybody has to pay for it, with the exceptions that I mentioned earlier, of course, if you're a domestic worker or so on. But they didn't mention any exceptions for security guards, for gardeners, right? Even though a gardener could be a domestic worker, but a lot of them are working for these landscape companies, so they fall within the unemployment insurance scheme. Unfortunately, they have to pay for it. I know it is a dent in their financial stability, but this is the way the law of the land works. Hopefully their employer will be able to pay it on their behalf.
Wow, that is amazing. So if you're watching me out there, make sure that you subscribe, and if you check in the video description, we will leave the link in the video description where you can also sign up for this insurance scheme. Mr. Ahmed, coming back to you, with my knowledge about insurance, we have people who go out there to insure themselves, life insurance, we have house insurance, we have car insurance and other things. Coming back here, whereas I am working, and I think that, okay, I'm working, I don't care about either I'll lose my job or not. So why is it that this insurance is mandatory? Because all other insurance are not mandatory. Why is it that this one is mandatory?
Well, actually, health insurance is mandatory in Abu Dhabi and Dubai, and soon to be mandatory in the rest of the Emirates as well. Car insurance is mandatory federally. So all over the UAE, you have to get car insurance, be it third-party or first-party insurance. Aside from that, banks also offer you some type of unemployment insurance, but that has nothing to do with the law. That's an optional type of insurance that you subscribe with your bank. Why it is necessary is because it prevents a lot of issues down the line for people, in terms of getting into an accident or when they require a critical procedure for a serious illness. So it covers a lot of these issues that people might, fall into in the future. And I think these eventualities, when they get covered, especially when mandated by law, it helps everybody. Yes, it's a bit of a payment, an upfront payment to make, but I think overall it's very beneficial for us.
Oh, that is amazing. So that is the reason why it's mandatory, because it's beneficial for us. If I lose my job, the company is going to help me once I've paid for 12 months.
So the other thing about this unemployment insurance is the fact that people can remain in the country and sustain some sort of living expenses while they are looking for another job, right? As opposed to being left hung and dry without having any source of income.
Wow, that is really good, and we need to call everyone to sign up to this scheme. Really, with this benefit that you are going to get, because we have a lot of people who have been losing their job during the COVID time. So if this insurance was there, I think most of them can depend on the insurance to survive in UAE, because a lot of my friends returned back home after losing their job during the COVID time. So if you are watching me, please do well to subscribe to this insurance scheme. It will help you one day. Maybe today you may think paying 5 dirham is expensive, but don't forget that if you lose your job and you don't have money to depend on in United Arab Emirates, life will be very difficult for you. So subscribe so that they can also come to your aid. Mr. Ahmed, what would be your advice to my viewers related to this insurance scheme?
Okay, very simply, this insurance scheme is mandatory. Everybody has to pay it. So do not expect your employer to pay it on your behalf. Be mindful of the fact that the June 2023 is the deadline. If you do not subscribe to this insurance by June of this year, then you could get fined 400 dirhams. And just stay safe and follow us for more. So if you got any questions, feel free to ask us in the MI Law Firm website, and we'll be happy to get back to you.
That is amazing. Guys, check in the video description. Details about the law firm, its address, contact details, email, everything will be in the video description. So if you want to communicate with him, if you have any legal issue and you want him to help you solve that legal issue, try as much as possible to reach out to them and they will help you. That is amazing. Thank you so much for having the time to have a discussion with us. We'll follow up. Guys, if you're watching, make sure that you subscribe. Based on what my viewers will ask me, will determine the next interview that we schedule. So guys, comment below in the comment section, what do you want to hear from Mr. Ahmed here? He's a lawyer. So what do you want to know about the law in United Arab Emirates? Comment below and I'll make sure that I'll get him on board to explain to you. Mr. Ahmed, thank you so much for coming to the Noise TV. So guys, thank you so much for watching the Noise TV. Make sure that you subscribe, you like, you comment, and you share the video. See you in our next video.